Good morning, everyone. I'm out in my studio, and excuse me, it's a messy, messy studio. Pardon me. Um, but I'm getting started on some artwork again, finally. And I thought I'd just show you what I'm doing and show you my washi tape. First of all, I know everybody's been showing their washi tape lately. Mine is pretty old stuff, I think. But anyway, this is what I've got. This is my washi collection, and I've been using quite a bit of it lately on friend mail and things like that. So the friend mail, let's see, what is it? Crafty Laurie is the site or the YouTube channel I've been going to, where she hosts once a week, every Monday, a make-a-wish kind of video. And if you can grant somebody's wish, then you can send them something. So I've sent off 4 things so far. And anyway, I've used washi on some of the envelopes. And anyway, I'll give you a close-up. These are some samples someone sent me. And you can tell on the orange card I've really used almost all of that. And here's one right here. That one was a card of, about 6 washi tapes. And I've used all but 2 in my journals. And here's the rest of it. Some of it is just almost gone, and some of it hasn't been opened yet. So I've got a decent supply of that for friend mail for a while. And here's some mixed media postcards I've made. And let me see here. I was going to see the back is just cardboard. I use food packaging, usually Triscuit boxes, because I really like Triscuit, so I've got a lot of those boxes. And we don't use cereal, so I rarely, if ever, have any cereal boxes, but I do have Triscuit boxes. And there's that one. And the food packaging makes really sturdy parts, so that's why I like to use it too. And this one isn't finished yet. Well, actually, none of them are completely finished yet, but they will be soon. Those are postcards that I make and trade with people, or else just send to my sisters or something. And right now, I am swapping ATCs. I've connected with an old friend, a SwapBot friend, on Instagram. And she's on Instagram. She's not on SwapBot anymore, but I found her. And we are going to be swapping 9 ATCs. And now 9, you may think pocket letter, but I've done pocket letters, and I don't know. I really don't enjoy doing those as much as the postcards or just the ATCs or something. So yeah, I've made and swapped quite a few, but I think I'm done with pocket letters. Some of these are copies, like this one is a copy. I used real cotton there for that one, and these were really chunky sticker things, and that was a cutout from a copy of a vintage photo. And sheet music, I've got a lot of sheet music I use, and that was just a copy, so I would remember what it looked like when I made it. And this is me. This is for a swap a long time ago that I did. Everybody was supposed to have a self-portrait of some kind, so I did that one. And gosh, I don't know how many years ago that was, 5 maybe or something. But anyway, I made it where it looks like I'm balancing a basket of pumpkins on my head. That the pumpkin basket was a photo from something that was on my table. So, anyway. And this was that I made for, this is also a copy, but it was a swap for ink blots, and you would make an ink blot and use it to make an artist trading card, and then on the back write what you thought it looked like. And this one, did I put on? Oh yeah, this was from 2011, Serendipity Paint Blot, Series 1. And I see a dog with long black ears, yellow eyes, whiskers, and snout. He has pink paws. A black, white, and gray fairy is hovering over his head in a magical rosy glow. And so that's what, I can see the fairy now. Oh yeah, now I see it. There's the dog's eyes. When I looked at it this time, I thought, oh, an elephant. But after I read the back, now I can see what I saw then. And then this one is a copy of an old one. I like Halloween, and I like all kinds of Halloween except gory and things like that. But I like creepy, and that was kind of creepy. It was cut from a copy of an old photo, and then I used punch outs and different things on it, paint. And this one is not a copy. This one is one whoops, where'd it go? Okay. This is one I painted. And each person's home is sacred. That's a theme I use a lot in my artwork, whether it's postcards or artist trading cards or whatever. And that's so true, because no matter where you live or what your home looks like, it's still your home. You know, it's part of you. It's what keeps you safe and everything. So that's important to me. So I like that theme. And this one is from a rubber stamp I carved, and so I stamped it on this painted background. That one's a real one. It's not a copy. This one is a little more girly, I guess, than most of my things, but I love vintage photos, and so that's a colorized copied photo, and I used it on that. And I also love the sky theme, and these little roses made out of some kind of twine. But yeah, I don't know if that one's finished yet or not. It might need a word at the top, but I see I've done the bordering. Usually that's the last thing I do, is a little shading of ink around the edges. So I don't know. I don't know if it's going to have a word at the top or not, or if it's done. So we'll see. Let's see. Oh, here's another postcard that was started. That one's definitely not finished, but it's just something started. And I like this kind of art. You know, it's primitive, it's naive, it's not fine art, I guess you would say. It's no Rembrandt or anything, but it's kind of rough and childlike, and that's the kind of art that I usually do, and that's the kind that I really, really like. So if anybody wants to trade postcards or artist trading cards with me, let me know. I know most people are into the really flowery, feminine, shabby chic type thing, and I do like those, okay, but that's not what I made. That's just a piece of scrap that I'm going to use with some different art. Let's see, one I started yesterday. This is for a chunky house, and as you can see, I cut out cardboard. You can tell still that that's the back of a Triscuit, or the front of a Triscuit box. And it's going to be painted and collaged and mixed media'd all up. Here's what I'm going to use for the inside. The theme is supposed to be a fairy tale or nursery rhyme. So I really like, I really like Little Red Riding Hood themes, but I also really like Snow White and Rose Red. That was, I think, my favorite when I was a child. And, you know, it's not a Disney thing. Not crazy about Disney fairy tales or Disney artwork or anything. I like the Brothers Grimm and Hans Christian Andersen, all those, the classics. But this fairy tale had so much to it. It was so much richer than most of them. Had And also it was a theme of kindness, you know, be kind. And that's another theme that I especially like. But anyway, so that's going to, first I'm going to do the background, and then I'm going to glue that on and paint in details and collage in details. And I think it's going to have a thatch roof. And I think I'm going to crochet a little rug here for under the bear. And I'm not sure yet what all I'm going to do with it, but I've just started. And let's see. Oh, well, here's something I can show you. This box. I guess you can see it there. As you can see, it's marked 99 cents. It was from the Goodwill store, half price day, so it was 50 cents. And it's a homemade thing. And I love these primitive homemade, I don't know if this qualifies as tramp art or not, but look at the carving, just a simple notching around it. And then on the end, you can see that was some kind of reused fruit box or something. And, you know, it's got the rusty nails in it because it's old, I'm assuming. I don't know how old. I don't know if it's old enough to be vintage or antique, but I sure do like it. Now I've got a mess to pick up, so I can put it back in its place here. Oh, my studio is it's just a mess because we've had a roof leak twice where it's just ruined things. To start with, my son remodeled it for me, put in new flooring, had the walls redone and painted. When we moved here, we live in a travel trailer, which is just right next to this studio. The walls, let's see, the walls were just, you know, the wood, I don't even know what you call it, the framing or something. So he hired someone to put all this in it to finish the walls and paint them. And it was so nice. But then we got a roof leak, and it's been a mess. And we moved from a regular size house into the travel trailer. And so we've got a lot of junk that's had to be moved, mostly out of the other house. And then also the kids started storing some of their things here, and the grandkids too, and it's just been really cluttered up. And I've got to go through everything, but good grief, it's just almost an insurmountable task to go through everything. Well, you know, well, we'll see how it goes. Here's another little piece of primitive art. I don't know, this might have been somebody's scout project or something. But I also got that at Goodwill. Oh, 99 cents, and half price was 50. But see, it holds little notes or something. And I just love that. I love this primitive art. And this is a postcard someone sent me back when I was more active on SWATbot and swatting regularly. I'm trying to get back into SWATbot somewhat. And look, but she decorated the back too. It's just real pretty. Let's see. Oh, here's some things I had in the frame. This was damaged, and when the roof leaked, you can tell right there. I take a bunch of things out, but these are two I did. Be very kind. Everyone you meet is fighting a great battle. That's my favorite quotation. Let's see for the junk here. See, that's fallen down inside the frame. That's another each person's home is sacred postcard. And Emily the Strange, I like her. Well, here's one other thing I can show you. This is a piece of artwork that I bought at a little craft sale. It was made by a child, and I love a handprint theme. I think my camera's about to quit, so I'll go for now, and I hope this uploads. Bye-bye.